Hello guys and welcome to BitsBytes. This is the another video in the series of golang. In this video we learn about the for loop. There are variety of syntax available in the for loop. We learn one by one how we going through the for loop and which syntax is used for which purpose. In this series we learn all those things. So let's start our new series, a new video. This is the first package we should package we need to create, that is a main package, and then we need to import one package. I mostly prefer like if multiple packages needed to import in the file or in particular place, so we need the brackets, otherwise we don't need. It is optional to put the bracket, but if the multiple packages you import in your file or in your program, then you should use the brackets. So let's write the main function for that, and I'm just taking one I value. Should be okay. Just I am taking one I value for this. Okay, and then after that I is less than equal to 10. I plus plus. That's I uses where I use fmt package, that is a println. So it will print the value of phi. That's it. That's how our program is running fine. Why it is we could not import fmt, cannot package fmt in the any go root dot this. So let's see if my program is giving some error or it's giving the simple output. Just put in a right side, close the explorer. Okay, so we have simple 4. The command is go run and the file name, so it's printed very well. It's printed 11 times if you check it, because it start from 0 instead of 1. So either we change the 1 to this, or we change the 0 to. So what is the basic syntax? What I wrote right now, in simply, if in any language we learn for loop syntax, first it is a exit control loop. It is a entry control loop, not exit. It is entry control loop. So that's the point. First is, it's also known as entry control loop. Second thing is the syntax of that loop. So syntax is for, that's a keyword. After that we need an initializer, that is I colon equal to 1, that is a initialize part, colon I, that another is condition, I less than equal to 10, that is a condition. After that increment or decrement, or either you perform any operation like divide and anything if you want. That's a basic syntax of that. And in the curly braces, that's a loop, or that's a body of for loop. So why we need for loop, why we need loop basically? So it is simplest answer is like when we repeat any task multiple times, like I want to write the value of phi in 10 times, that started from 1 and end with 10. Also I want the value of phi will be incremented by 1 always. So that's why I wrote one print statement inside the body of for loop with the provided the increment operator, that's increase the value of I by 1, and I initialize the value of I, that's the starting point is 1, and then the loop is the compiler will be check the value of I is less than equal to 10, that is yes, it is true. Then it execute the statement and then go to the increment the value of I. That's how the loop will be executed. Now the second part. Second part is all those like initialization, condition and increment decrement. All three are optional. You can write like 4 colon println infinite. That's a infinite. So up now the compiler doesn't give me any error, but it's an infinite loop. I close that, it's infinite loop basically. It's run endless. It's run endless till your RAM is not filled by that garbage value. So that is the very bad way of using for loop, but I told you about one of the way to write the infinite loop. Also, if I'm not if I like I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus, okay, I minus minus, okay, I can just put the condition, okay, and I minus equal to 1. But the issue is right now we don't have I, because we just initialize the I for one purpose. We don't have I, so we need to initialize the I where I int 64. We just remove the colon over here. So infinite, okay, I will tell you the value of I here also. If I run that, so the infinite start with 11. That means that loops end when the value of I is 11, and then I put one condition over here. I not use the initialization, I skip that. I also skip the increment decrement or any operation. I instead of doing increment decrement in when I put over here, instead of putting there, I put inside the body of for loop. So I perform any operation on any variable inside the for loop without any hesitation. So that's another syntax. There is another way of using the for loop, that's another syntax. If you guys want, I can write here for condition, which condition do your for loop, and then the operation. Because otherwise, if the always the value of 4 is true, that means it's become an infinite loop. So we need to perform some kind of operation, so the sum at after some time that condition become false and the loop will be exit or break. Compiler will get out that loop. Okay, so if I have, like, we have a channel name BitsBytes. Okay, the str I using the string. Okay, so I need to iterate my channel name one by one, letter by letter. So I also use same value colon equal to range. Range is a function we discuss later on, but range helps us to the getting the value in string format. So it is a int value basically. We need to do it like this way. So this is an integer value, basically it is index and it is a value. Okay, so I just put which index which letter will become. Okay, first like this, println to index with letter value is value. Okay, so I marked comment what we did previous. So okay, so here is it's print 66 105 116 115 32. What is this? You guys have some question on us, right? So basically it is printing a sky value. Let me change the one thing. Instead of doing this, I use a printf function and print %d %s like this, or I just use this way. So I giving the format access specifier. So okay, print sky value. There is some kind of issue. Let me figure it out later. It is %d, basically index. We can use index over here as well if we need to get the value. %c is better option, I think so. Line number 30 we not use the value right now, so we put the blank. Okay, and now it's print B12. Okay, just a minute, so you get better result. And like in 0 there is a B. I forgot I should use C instead of S, because that is the character, that is a letter, a specific alphabet. It's not a string, so I need to use C and value. Just remove it as a value, and it should be working fine, right? It's working fine. So at index of 0, the first value is came like B from bits, and going on at the 4th index it is a blank, that's a space, that a white space we said, we can say that white space, and so on. If we need to print the whole string, if we print the whole string one by one, why will I show you the kind of thing we need to print whole string at once? Because there is some scenarios where you perform an operation on a string, like you trim the string and you revoke the string and all those things, but you also perform some kind of scenario that a string should be matched. There is a string array, or there is a string. In later on we understand why we learn all those things, but okay, it's print in a one line, BitsBytes. This is all about, and we also will learn about the 3 different phases of the for loop, that is a for with the initialization, condition and increment decrement operation. Second one is for with the condition only. Third one is a for with the range function. So basically range function gives the range function provides the iteration of particular array or particular string. Like there is a lots of combination of alphabets, so it's provide the particular string converted into an array. We learn later on about the arrays in this upcoming videos also. Then it's changed into the index and the value. The value gives the particular index value and the index gives me the array of index number. Thank you for watching, and don't forget about like, subscribe and share.